What's up, everybody? It's Carla Palmer and T Hill with another episode of Level Up Wednesdays. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're having a great time doing these sessions. Thomas, how are you today?
Hey, what's going down, fitness family? I'm ready. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it going.
That's awesome. Okay, so today's topic, we have a question. Today's topic is about belly fat, also known as visceral fat. So first question I have for you, Thomas, is what is visceral fat? What is belly fat?
I mean, visceral fat is simply a fat that's located within the abdominal cavity, in between and surrounding, abdominal organs such as your liver, your pancreas, and intestines.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that you were able to define that, because I think people really need to understand how dangerous visceral fat is. Can you talk about some of the effects of visceral fat, of having that midsection, that tire around your midsection?
Well, there is a level of visceral fat that can become dangerous. All of us need some visceral fat within our body to just maintain bodily functions. But once your levels start to get too high, they can increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, obesity, obviously, which can in turn cause high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke. With women, also with men as well, breast cancer. It can also be able to cause Alzheimer's disease. So there's several dangers to high levels of visceral fat that we all must, take into consideration when thinking about getting in shape or maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. So when you say it's in your abdominal cavity and it's around your organs, when your organs begin to be surrounded by fat and they start to kind of separate, are they being stressed? Like, what's happening with your organs when you have too much fat around them?
Don't let me speak out of my area of professionalism.
Okay.
But high levels of visceral fat within the abdominal cavity activity can slow down such functions as your digestive system. And since your intestine is part of your main digestive system, I would assume that high levels of that fat around there probably is going to disrupt and slow down that digestive system, compressing organs so that they're not going to be able to work properly. Mm-hmm. That right there is the basic truth. I mean, basic dynamics behind it. But when you get into the details of it, you probably want to seek your physician to find that out.
Right. Okay. And then, so when people start to want to lose visceral fat, they want to get rid of their belly fat, they want to work on that area. A lot of people have struggled with the midsection. What are some things that they can do?
Well, there's several things that a person can be able to do to be able to get rid of visceral fat. Let me first speak on being proactive. If a person is leading a healthy, active field life, generally that's going to keep your visceral fat down. Now, if you happen to be in a situation where you gain an excessive amount of visceral fat, and let's talk about what's excessive amounts of visceral fat.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
For a man, excessive amount of visceral fat is going to be, if you're measuring around your midsection with a tape measure, over 40 inches. If you got an over 40-inch waist, you've got too much visceral fat, chances is you need to go see a doctor and see if everything is okay with you.
Okay.
And then get some advice on what you need to do. For women, 35 inches or more. If that waistline is 35 inches or more, you need to go seek help.
Okay.
See your doctor, your primary care physician, and from there, he might recommend you to a nutrition or a dietitian. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, if you end up finding out that you do have high levels of visceral fat and it is becoming a danger for you, what you want to do is probably start to decrease your sedentary lifestyle and increase your activity in your daily goings. I'd recommend adding about 30 to 45 minutes of some kind of cardio, aerobic, or weight training into your daily. At least 5 times a week. Mm-hmm. We're looking at getting in about what's that there, 150 to 200 minutes a week of exercise.
Yeah.
Because you're already in that danger zone.
Yeah.
So we need to start acting fast. Try and decrease the amounts of stress. Decreasing stress will help reduce your visceral fat as well. Stress, high levels of stress in the body increases this hormone called cortisol. Cortisol, high increase of cortisol will cause your body to gain weight, and it's going to gain weight predominantly in that abdominal area.
So I would say that sleep probably has a lot to do with that as well, right? Because if you're sleep deprived,
yeah, exactly. If you're sleep deprived, so getting enough sleep, getting enough rest will help reduce that there of stress. Like I said, exercise will help reduce the stress. Another thing about the visceral fat, watching your diet. You're going to have to change the way you eat. If you have high levels of sugar in your diet, high levels of saturated fat in your diet, them things there will continue to increase that visceral fat. So if you're trying to decrease it, guess what? Let's get a whole lot of veggies and fruits in our system. Let's get some complex carbs in our system. Them two things there, as well as reducing the saturated fats, will help reduce that there visceral fat. But do know, when I say reduce fat, I'm talking about saturated fats. Increase your unsaturated fats, your omegas, 3s and 6s and 9s. That's the good fat within your system. That's going to help transport a lot of that bad fat out of there. Help and where they target at is the abdominal area. So, you know, changing your diet, increasing your activity levels, getting 30 minutes of exercise in a day, and then reducing stress levels. Them three things there would be your best ways to be able to reduce your visceral fat.
Yeah, and I want to add, you know, I often hear people say, "Oh, I worked out today, so I could eat this," and really understanding that you can't out-train a poor diet, you know. So you can't go run 5 miles and then, you know, eat a whole pizza and think that you earn that, you deserve that, because you're not going to see a decrease in any sort of body fat. It's also going to really mess with your whole digestive system. So
all that stuff. It's not a one or the other.
Yeah.
It's both of them combined.
Yeah.
People think that, you know what I'm saying, if I do this one here, then I don't have to do that one. No. It's the combination of the two, my people. You know what I'm saying? Good exercise, good eating equals weight loss, reduction of visceral fat.
Yeah, exactly. Agreed. So how do you want to close this out? You have anything to add before we close out?
Well, basically, you know what I'm saying, I really want to drum in to decrease the chances of getting any visceral fat. Let's just focus on leading a healthy, well-active lifestyle. And with them, there are two simple choices right there. And leading a stress-free life.
Yeah.
You won't even have to worry about this visceral fat.
Yeah.
Understand, though, when you do, go get checked because it can be dangerous.
Yeah. And I want to close out by saying that, when you start to talk about stress, you really need to look at your environment, whether it's your work environment or your environment, your personal life, and people you are surrounding yourself with. Circle of influence definitely influences your stress level or your level of peace. And so I want to encourage people to really start to look at what environments they're putting themselves in and what environments they may be in and they can't avoid, but maybe you need to start to transition out of that because it really is affecting your health. So that's what I want to close with. What'd you say?
Decrease that negative energy.
Yeah, decrease your negative energy, increase your positive energy. Keep watching us right here on Level Up Wednesdays. Keep checking in with us. So thank you guys so much for joining. We will see you on another episode of Level Up Wednesdays. Make sure that you are following T Hill. T Hill, please let them know where they can find you.
YouTube, T Hill Next Level Fitness. Please follow me, like and subscribe. I appreciate you. And you're going to get plenty of fitness and health news, as well as great workouts.
That's right. He has great workouts. And you can also follow me on the Carla Palmer Show right here on YouTube. So just, click the link. We'll put it down there below in this in the box. So you can just find our links there, follow each of our pages. We do this segment, but we also do other things as well on the channel. So what you see here, together, you'll also get things from us individually. So make sure you're following both pages. That's why we want to encourage you to do that. But we'll see you for our next episode of Level Up Wednesdays. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye.